All right, what's up, y'all? I'm here with Levi Mokhtari.
Mokhtari, yeah.
Mokhtari. And if you guys ain't familiar with him, he is the new up and coming artist here in Spokane. He just had a new, his first single released, Fresh Air, which is streaming on all platforms. He has a lyrical video up on YouTube right now, and he's short. So if you guys want to go and check it out, you can find him on YouTube. But we're just gonna dive in and introduce him so you guys can get to know who he is and why he does what he does and his upbringing and how he came into doing music. So we're just gonna come up with ask some questions and then you can just so people get to know who you are and they'll be able to you know
Cool.
check you out.
Yeah.
So first question we have is when did you realize music was more than a hobby for you? And then if you want to go into backstory of, I guess going into that.
When I realized that I had the passion for writing music was probably when I was around 18. I had just got out of gospel choir, the gospel mass choir of Spokane. And I started working out of town with a painting company, and I just had such a fire for writing music. I would even just lock myself in the bathroom away from everybody just so I could have a little space alone to write my music. And I was like, man, if I'm willing to do that, like I got to do something with this. And then, I
So
just kept going, really.
That's awesome. So are you originally from Spokane? Did you grow up here, or how was your upbringing? And does the being from here, does that have any like influence on how you write your music or any local music aspirations or any of that?
I never looked up to any local artist, and I don't think living where I lived, affected the type of music I wrote or anything like that. I moved from California when I was a little kid. I moved up to Suncrest, and I pretty much moved to a different house all over here in the Pacific Northwest, like every year of my life. So, yeah, the whole time I was a kid, my pops would be playing music every time we were like everything was good and nobody was fighting. That music would be playing. So I think that kind of was like the foundation of like why I do music, because it makes me feel like everything's all right.
Yeah, for sure. I can relate to that. How would you describe your sound to someone who's never heard your music before without like naming a genre? Like, how would you describe that?
Without naming a genre,
Yeah, like the closest you would say, like, you know.
like artist type or what?
Like type of artist, and I guess the brand or the vibe of the sounds. Like if people were doing like a blind listening, who'd be like, oh, this sounds like Bruno, or this sounds
I've
like.
heard a lot of different perspectives on that. Like I've heard Bryson Tiller, I've heard Russ, I've heard the Weekend vibes, and then just a whole bunch of mixtures of different types of artists like that. And I don't necessarily even hear it myself, but I guess it does come out in my music, all the different types of artists I listen to. And I listen to a lot of reggae, so the island vibe has always been something I like and love to kind of incorporate. Even some of the songs that I don't think have any type of island vibe, my buddy said he can kind of hear it.
Yeah.
So
Nice. What does your creative process look like when you go and start writing songs? Like, is it inspiration on the spot, or is it just like stuff that you kind of been through and you just kind of use it as a way to express what you're going through?
yeah, Yeah, I just go through I go through the rabbit hole of instrumentals on YouTube pretty much, and then
Yeah.
I just kind of try to work up an emotion that kind of aligns with the beat itself, really. And then I just kind of mumble, mumble flows. I actually found out that a lot of artists tend to do that same thing. I was watching a thing about Russ and Justin Bieber, just seeing their videos in the studio, and they do the same thing. They just kind of conjure up a melody through mumbling. If that's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I write music, I mean, mumble through it, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of, I think, creative geniuses who, like, they don't have the words, they know the sound, and then they can formulate, like, hey, I just went through this, so I'm just gonna toss this into the song and see what happens, so.
Yeah, and I don't ever even know what I'm gonna necessarily write about.
Right.
It the type of the vibe of the melody is usually what determines what type of song I make.
That's dope.
Like in the past couple of weeks, I've made 4 songs, and they're probably all pretty emotional, but they're a different type of vibe, more jazzy, soulful type, but with a modern twist of the sound.
Okay. Did you have a moment that made you feel like, okay, this is actually happening? Like, I'm actually just gonna believe in myself? Like, was there a turning point moment of where you're like, you know what, I'm done fantasizing. I'm actually now gonna start doing. Was there a aha moment for you?
Yeah, that was just recently, actually, when I was in California. A lot of people for years have been telling me that I actually just need to focus on it and do it. And like, I've released songs in the past and then took them down just because of lack of confidence, I guess, in my singing and whatever capabilities I thought was necessary to become successful. But recently, when I was in California, I was just kind of thinking about all the times that people told me that it's just it would be selfish of me to not put out the songs because there could be somebody that needs to hear that song or whatever music I write, because it helps me,
Right.
my music helps me, so it would be dumb of me to think that it might not help somebody else.
Right. Right. So, what does success look like for you right now? Like, not 5 years from now, but just like, what does success for you right now look like?
Being able to pay my bills without, worrying, oh, I gotta go do this job that I don't necessarily like to do
Right.
for freaking pennies. If I could pay my bills with my music, that would be ideal. Then I could just work on my craft, maybe get different instruments and play around and evolve as a music artist myself, Not just be a singer-songwriter, but just be a music artist.
Right. What do you have music playlists like that you have? Like, do you have like a music playlist you throw on when you're like just cruising around in your car or anything like that? Like, what
I
would
listen
be
to a lot of Christian rap, probably.
yeah, what would be
That's
on
mostly what I listen to. Caleb Gordon is my top artist I listen to. Like, I probably listen to some of his songs on the daily. He's probably got hundreds of views just from me.
Okay, yeah, I heard yeah, Caleb Gordon's fire.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah. Do you have a top 5 in that category of Christian rap, Christian music?
Mm, no, not really. I I kind of listen to Mike Malagy's. He's really dope right now.
Okay.
Um, the song "God's My Strength" I was just bumping it out in my car. Actually, I had to stay in there for a minute so I could finish
How
listening
you're
to
one
it.
of those.
It was yeah. I was like, you're just gonna have to hold on 1 second, Jay. I won't be in there in a minute.
Gotta finish my
I
song.
was just sit there just.
All right, that's dope. What's one thing you would want new listeners to know before pressing play on one of your songs?
What would I want them to know?
Yeah, what's one thing you would want a new listener to know before they hit that play button?
Um, that I'm just a regular dude that loves to make music. I'm just a regular guy that just happens to make music that apparently a lot of people love. So,
That's awesome. So, let's talk about your single that's out right now, and then we can talk about the ones that you have planning to release. So the one that's out right now that people can listen to right now
do you have
is
garbage down here?
yeah,
I'm
right
sorry.
here is called Fresh Air.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about Fresh Air, the inspiration behind that, and where can they find that song at? And if you want to give them a little bit of the backstory for that, so people when they tune
Is that
in.
what that's for?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fresh Air is out on every single platform all around the world, pretty much. What made me write the song was that feeling when you feel like you're connected to everything, like everything's okay, everything's meant to be. Like I had woke up in the morning and the sun was shining and it was nice and warm, but it wasn't too hot. Nice cool breeze, like perfection of a moment of time. Yeah, being thankful that, you know, like we're all a unique genetic DNA code that never was and never will be again. And being thankful for that is pretty much the foundation of that song, really.
That's dope. So when did you? So how long did it take to process to like find the beat and then find it when you got into the studio to record it? Like how was that process for you?
Like, how long did it take from
Yeah.
beginning?
Yeah. Like how long was it? How long did it take from it just being a concept to it actually being a real that we can go to Apple Music right now and grab it?
When I actually wrote that song, when I started writing it, I think it was in like, I should say maybe August of last year.
Okay.
And it was one of those songs where I played the beat and it was instant emotion, instant lyrics, and it kind of just poured out on the page. It was one of those songs where I had done in a day, and I was like, yeah, this is the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So you connected with it instantly.
Yeah, and by the time I had wrote that song, I already got in contact with this producer named Chef Sherm, and his whole vibe is just dope. As soon as I walked into the studio, it was just instant vibes, and I could tell he has passion for his craft, and he could tell I have passion for mine. And as soon as he heard me on the mic, he was just like, "Man," he's like, "You didn't tell me you could sing." I was like, "I said I'll be singing."
So it kind of threw them. They're like, okay. So it was probably a pleasant surprise for him. Like, okay.
Yeah, and it was cool working with him because he would it was like, man, this is like Dr. Dre status, bro, because he was like almost coaching in a sense, like a producer will be. Try this note, try that note, try doing this little melody right here. Just
Yeah.
the overall coaching of it was really cool. It was like having a real producer work with me.
And he's somebody that is local here in town that you work with?
Yeah, I did a music video with my buddy. It's called High Grade. It's on YouTube, and yeah, I've been freaking best friends with this guy ever since. We've been friends for years, and now he's my barber. And every time I go to get my hair cut, when I don't want to do it myself,
We won't show
yeah, he
that,
cleans
people.
me up. Yeah, I did this myself, by the way. Yeah. What what led me to say that?
What was your the chemistry like? He's a local guy.
Yeah, he's also a local artist, and he kind of put his main focus on his family, which is a good thing. So,
Right.
but he's got some songs out there.
Nice. So are you big when you work with people about chemistry and like would you just work with any artist, or do you have like here's a kind of like the gate, you have to check off these boxes before you work with them type of deal? Like, can't just work with anybody.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to be associated with any type of like lean drinking, bottle popping, messing with the hose type of thing, bro.
Right.
Like that's cool, have fun, do you, but I don't want my music to be, you know, involving anything like that. I actually got myself in the habit of not writing swear words in my music when I was real young,
That's cool.
specifically because I didn't want to use swear words as like a filler.
Yeah.
I wanted to exercise my mind and actually get it to think about what to say rather than just add a bunch of filler words, because I do that when I speak all the time. I'll say the F word or freaking or like this, like that, or whatever,
Yeah.
So I just wanted my lyrics to have a little bit more thought put into them without, And if kids want to sing it, they can too, if it aligns with how they feel. Like Fresh Air is a pretty good song that kids could be singing. I didn't necessarily post it on my social media as for kids because it's not a kid song, but
they could sing it.
they could totally sing it. Yeah.
That's dope. Do you have so talking about Fresh Air, and you have other music coming down the pipeline? What would be the next song that you're working on that people can anticipate checking out?
The next song is called "She Got Me." It was pretty. I created it for, like, it was. I put myself in the shoes of my future self. If I was in the ideal relationship, that would be good for me in my future.
So the ladies want to know: are you single?
I am single.
All right, ladies, you gotta be rich. You gotta know Jesus, but mainly just you heard it. You heard it here live first. So the song "She Got Me," so that's right now being mastered, and you're getting ready to drop. How are you gonna drop a little visualizer for that, or are you?
Yes, as soon as possible. Really, I'd like to post something about it, and at least let people know about the song on social media. But I haven't quite. I'm not techie, so I haven't quite figured out Spotify and how to like set it up to where people can pre-save it and all that stuff. Because my mind just doesn't work like that. But
So the next song we'll hear is gonna be "She Got Me," and it's about your ideal relationship. So, and then so basically, it sounds like it's talking about like a healthy relationship that people, you know what I mean, that being a young man, this is the type of relationship you'd want to aspire to have.
right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. So you're making music for the generation for people to tap into, that it goes beyond generations. So the next young kid who picks up that torch, they don't have to necessarily go through all the toxic females that this
right,
culture
yeah,
just celebrates.
yeah. Set your boundaries.
Yeah, set your boundaries.
You're a man.
Yeah.
Do what men do. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family.
Yeah.
Don't let these girls run all over you.
Yeah. So right now in your music, are you just focused on like dropping singles, or do you have like are you working on putting stuff together for a mixtape or an album? Like what's coming after we drop all this?
I'm just gonna focus on singles, I think.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep on releasing vibes because like I don't want to be tied to like any type of genre. That's why I just label myself as a music artist.
Right.
I am a Christian, but I decided not to label myself as a Christian artist because
Yeah.
I'd rather not monetize off of being a Christian. It's my faith and my belief, so I'd rather keep it like that. If people learn who I am, they will learn that I'm a Christian, but I don't want to necessarily create all my songs with like without like authentic and because the music comes out so much more authentic when you're not like this is gotta be about only Jesus and like this is the life God created, so it's okay as a music artist to talk about life and how you feel about it and where you want to be in your future, who you want to be with, so yeah, I would say I'm just a music artist.
Yeah. Just making music.
Yeah, so all my singles are gonna be like I'm always gonna sing and I'm always gonna have rappy type of vibes, but when it comes to like the genre of the music, it's gonna be jazzy, it's gonna be soulful, or it's gonna be R&B love song. Or I actually just made this song to like a 50s type beat, like because I've always loved the 50s vibe, bro, with the suits and the freaking the sundresses and everybody looks clean and nice and
I got a 50s beat on my thing, that I have a whole archive of stuff that it fits that genre.
and that music back then, bro. I don't know.
Live sounding, the live instruments. That's what I always aspired. Do you aspire to have a live band behind you as you do?
I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
I thought about hitting up a buddy that plays in a band, seeing if he wanted to do a project or something. But
That'd be cool.
that would be cool. But,
Do you have any
live, anyways?
Yeah. Do you have any things in the works as far as in the next coming months? Because we're still kind of in the dead of winter. As far as like live shows, are you looking to get to be able to perform your music live, or are you building up your catalog so you can have at least like a 10-15 minute set when you go out?
Yeah, I want at least 7 songs to be able to perform, but
Because right now we got one out, one on the way, and then the rumor might have even there might be 3 or 4 in the pipeline right now.
I have 3 being mastered today. All 3 of those will be complete. So
then you'll have 4. So then you just need 3 more to hit that goal.
Yep, releasing the love song before Valentine's Day, so all the lovers can hear it and be like, "Well, the song's for us, babe."
Why didn't you
You know?
pre-save for me?
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
So, do you have like a goal, like a timeline goal, as far as like, all right, by summer I want to at least have enough out to start hitting these shows?
um, I think I kind of decided not to really stress myself out about like, oh, I better get all this done in the next few months, or else I'm not ready for a show. You know,
Right.
because when I perform, I want, like I was saying to you like a couple days ago, I would like my vocal chain to be on there nice. And when I sing through the microphone, I want to be able to hear myself. Like if I have to invest in some headphones that are really good with little to no latency, that would be ideal. Like I don't like all the other performances that I did back in the day were just not it. Uh, you know, I had to
Yeah.
scream through the microphone to hear myself. Nobody could hear me as well. Bass is too loud for people to even hear what I'm saying at all. You know, it's like
So you have some experiences. So what would a Levi show look like in your mind? Like you're the headlining artist and you have people opening up for you.
I'm
Like,
headline.
yeah, like you're the
Oh
local
shoot!
headline. You know what I'm saying? And people are coming to see you, but you're bringing like what does that look like?
I don't even know. What would I want it to look like?
Yeah.
Flames shooting up. No, kid. Sparks everywhere, lasers shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would like to see the people singing my songs back at me, bro. I think that's always been the dream, really.
Yeah. So do you watch sports or anything like that?
No, I'm not a sports guy.
Not a sports guy.
No.
You're just seeing that the Seahawks they're going to the ship. So
What does that mean?
so in the ship, if you ever watched the movie Fastball with Keanu Reeves, and anyways, he's a struggling gambling addict who, in order to pay off his debt, he has to go and coach this inner city kid softball baseball league. Well, anyways, they play and they're making it to a championship, and all the kids are like, "Yeah, we're going through the ship. We're going to championship." And so
Oh, okay.
yeah, and so
So they're going to Super Bowl, is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
yeah. So
Okay.
Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. So I mean, honestly, instead of the Super Bowl performer, I mean, there should be Levi performing at Super Bowl halftime.
Man, that would be crazy.
You know?
That would be crazy.
I mean, because the exposure for that, you know what I mean? That'd
Yeah.
be just like, how would that envision, like,
It would be, I think my music is music that people can relate to. So I think that the crowd and the people watching the Super Bowl would vibe with it a lot more because, you know, the artists that have been performing the Super Bowl and stuff, bro, like, sure, dude, like, a lot of people listen to straight rap all the time, but, like, there's a lot of old heads that be watching sports,
yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah, so so we have a single coming out, and we don't have a drop date yet for She Got Me, so we can wait until that announcement comes out.
yeah, I just want to make sure it's nice.
Yeah, understandable. Well, is there anything else you'd want people who don't know you? Is there anything else you might want people to know about you before they come in and actually meet you and check you out? Is there anything that you've heard people question, I guess?
Um, yeah, I've heard a lot of people ask me what my background in music is.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of stages in my life that had me develop um, the type of music I make now. And I went from just writing raps when I was 15, just boom bap raps, to becoming inspired by Tech Nine and the way he was chopping. And then I developed an ability to rap extremely fast. And then I went to gospel choir. And then I fell in love with reggae music and island music. So it's really all those different stages. And I listened to a lot of like classic rock when I was a younger kid, you know, due to my father.
Nice. You'd never listened to Jay Heavenly? I heard he's the best rapper out. Just kidding. Where can these people meet and connect with you online at?
All my socials are my first and last name. Levi, Levi, and then Mokhtari, Moktari. The H
Say
is
it
silent.
with me, Mokhtari.
Mokhtari, yes. Not
Yeah.
Mokhtari.
Not
Mokhtari.
speaking in duns, it's Mokhtari.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, this is Jay with Captured Moments by Jay, and I'm here with the legendary Levi. Stay up to date with his music, what he has coming out, and don't forget to follow him on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Levi Mokhtari. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you on the next one.
Pieces.
Peace.